Hi everyone, it's Bonnie from www.bonniestamped.com. I'm here tonight to share with you some of my foil cards that I've created in the past month. I know it's been a while since I've shared a video, so I thought that this would be a perfect opportunity to show you 3 foil cards that I've created, one in gold, one in silver, and one in copper. I'm going to share with the details on these, and I'm going to demonstrate how I created this card. So the first one is the silver. This is our Season's Greetings foil card. It's with silver foil in the background. Hopefully you guys can see it. It's clear. And the Season's Greeting comes from the Snowflake Sentiments bundle because I used the snowflakes from the framelits that coordinate with this stamp set. I used our layering squares here, and I used our stitched shapes framelits for the square for my sentiment. My sentiment is embossed with our silver embossing powder, and I'm hoping if I show it in the right angle, you can see how pretty that the silver looks. It looks so nice. And of course, I finished off my card here with a silver bow because I love ribbon. It's the mascara to my card. Cute little print from the year of Cheer Specialty Designer paper. It's just like, it reminded me kind of fireworks. So very simple and generic. And then I used the black paper from the music paper that is in our holiday catalog as well. This is our gold foil version card, I guess you could say. The gold foil is cut in the background, and then I use the specialty paper here. It's gold and silver snowflakes. This is another pattern in that year of Cheer specialty paper. I use the snowflake sentiments as well on my oval here. I did use the stitch shapes, and then I used the layering ovals around, and then the foil here to create 2 snowflakes from the framelits that coordinate with the stamp set. Super fun, super pretty. Everybody loved doing the little embossing of the words. I, for one, when I do my card classes at my home, I love just doing simple little techniques that wow my customers. And this tiny little effect of embossing wows most people. So as you can see, both the silver and gold, super pretty and elegant Christmas cards or holiday cards, correct? The last one we just created last night at my Christmas card club. This says, "Oh Joy." I'll hold it up. This is the copper version. And you can see that we have copper trim ribbon that I added to finish my card. I used the oval framelits and the stitch shapes framelits as well because I love those. Are probably one of my favorite items in our catalog. Now what I love about our note cards is they come 20 in a pack. They're in vanilla or they are in white. They also come with coordinating envelopes, which makes it perfect. The note card, before it's folded, is 5 inches long and 3.5 inches wide. So when you close your card, you have this cute little card that you can add a sentiment to. And in this case, I also added this Merry Christmas wishes at the bottom from the Santa's Sleigh stamp set that is in our annual catalog. It's a carried over item from last year. And this Oh Joy, if you're wondering where I found that from, it's in the holiday catalog and it's watercolor Christmas. Lots of material to cover tonight, huh? Well, I will let you know that this Merry Christmas card is on my website. So if you wanted to go back and see, and you will see this version of the card in the gold as well on my website. I made this after to accommodate some people that were coming to a card class, and I was worried I was going to run out of some supplies. So we made the silver one, which they were super happy because they got to see both the silver and gold and how it looked, and then was able to purchase the embossing powder to make more. So now how did I create this cute little Oh Joy card? Well, like I said, our note cards, they come in a pack, so I just folded it. I didn't have to cut my card base. Now my layering piece is crumb cake in this case, so I'm just going to move these cards out of my way. And I always, by rule of thumb, go 1/4 inch in. So my measurement here is 4 3/4 by 3 1/4. Simple little, remember, 1/4 inch in for your layers. Now my foil paper I have already cut. I probably should have done this beforehand, but to show you, just to layer it onto the crumb cake, what I did was, it is 4 inches long. No, sorry. It's 4.5 inches long by 3. Now, when you cut your paper, your 12 by 12 cardstock, you'll get 10 of these layering pieces. So you could make 20 cards, because when we cut it in half, you will see that you can get 20 cards from that one sheet of 12 by 12 paper. I also have that on my website somewhere, and I can post it again when I do post this video to this post. So how did I cut this? Well, again, this is 4.5 by 3. And when I place it in my paper cutter, I'm going to put the corner of here. Hopefully I can show you. Here, I'll move it down. You put the one corner here, and then you put the bottom corner into the cutting mat as well. When you close it, you're going to run your trimmer straight down, and you're going to have 2 halves. So did you get that? Let me just show you one more time. Maybe make sure that it's in focus. You're going to have your solid piece of paper. Hopefully this isn't too confusing. You're going to put the corner into the mat right there, and then you're going to angle this one also into the cutting mat as well. Hopefully you can see it's also in the cutting path. You're going to close your paper cutter, and then you're just going to drag your trimmer, and you're going to have 2 halves. So when you go to put it on your paper, you can have your card could look like this. Or if you want, you could also have it look like this. Isn't that neat? You can have it either way. So how did I do the embossing? Well, when you go to emboss, if you're not familiar, we use a Versamark pad, which is a watermark stamp pad. It doesn't dry instantly. So I'm able to stamp on my cardstock, pour the powder, and then heat it up. In this case, I'm going to stamp on the crumb cake, and I'm also going to stamp on one of my stitch shapes ovals that I've already cut out to hopefully save time, but I'm a chatter here. I'm going to take my lovely embossing buddy. If you guys don't know what this is a must-have when you emboss. This helps with the static on the paper. So I'm just going to gently rub my paper to eliminate some static. I'm going to put my words down here for now. Then I'm going to open up my Versamark, which is well loved because it's not really white anymore. For you that gets a nice new white ink pad, I'm jealous. I'm going to take my Merry Christmas, wait, it just fell off the block. My Merry Christmas wishes. I'm going to ink it up. It looks crooked. Hold on. Ooh, okay. We're going to go like this. And then I'm going to just press slightly right there. So you can kind of see it. Let me lift it up so you guys can see it. And let me zoom in there. So you can see like it left a mark on there. I am going to now, believe it or not, going to take my Oh Joy from the Watercolor Christmas stamp set, and I am going to stamp this as well. I'm hoping that this is in focus, and I'm just gonna press, and now I have that. I'm not quite sure if you can see it. Let me zoom out just a little bit. Maybe it needs to zoom out. If you can see how it left like a little mark, hopefully you can kind of see it. Okay, well, you're going to see it in a second because I'm going to take my lovely embossing tray, which happens to be a piece of white paper. Okay, and I'm going to take my little crumb cake and I'm going to just sprinkle on top. Now, some people put their embossing powder in like little Tupperwares. That works too, and you can scoop it. I seem to just use this trick. I'm okay with it. Everybody has their own method to embossing. So you can see right now, I'm hoping you can see it's kind of dull looking. Okay, we're going to put that there. I'm going to take my Oh Joy, sprinkle that on top too. And I got that there. And I'm just going to flick that. I always turn it over, do a little flicker. Make sure I've gotten everything. I don't know. Let's see. Maybe I flicked too much. So now, as you can see, I'm hoping you can see, that the powder really only went on the Oh Joy. I don't have it all over my cardstock. I'm hoping there's enough light over here. So you can see that it's really just on the Oh Joy. I am going to remove my paper because I don't want that powder flying everywhere. So we will close that up. I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm going to turn it on high. Now you want to be careful. I'll show you. I'm hoping that you'll be able to see this. Look. Hey, come back here. Hoping you're going to be able to see this. Because like right now, it's kind of dull. And as I heat it, it's going to go shiny. Now, one of my team members saw someone emboss from the back. And I have tried that as well. So if you find that that's difficult this way, you can hold it up. And then you put the heat gun behind. And I'm having a little problems with the light here. So I'm just going to shine this light this way. So I really want to show you. So I'm hoping that you can see that it's dull. And you can see right now that it's taking effect here. Oh, there's a good angle. Now, with the metallic embossing powders, you really want to heat them until it goes smooth. So you can kind of see right now the Y is still bumpy. So I'm just going to hold it over there just a little bit longer until it smooths out. Same with the H. As you can see, right? You move my fingers to the other side. And hopefully, okay, oh, there's a good, is that a good angle? Yeah. I just want to show you. So as soon as you see that it changes colors, oh, there it goes. Watching, doing, I'm multitasking right now. Okay. Now, you don't want to hold it over one spot too long and burn your paper, burn the embossing powder. You don't want the gun too close to the bottom that you touch the paper, all that good stuff. Now, my Merry Christmas wishes. Let's see, hopefully you can see this. Now, again, my friend showed me doing it from behind, but just for the purpose of the video, because I'm up kind of close, I'm just going to go on the top here. It's going to take rather quickly. The Merry just went. Now we're going to go over to the Christmas. So hopefully you guys are seeing that. Pretty cool, right? That's the wow factor. Everybody goes, ooh, my goodness, look at how pretty. It is pretty. Stampin' Up, we have great products. I love that everything coordinates together. The copper, the gold. I'm going to just move this back up so that the lighting isn't so crazy. Now, everything is heated, and I'm ready to assemble my card. Now, one last little trick I want to share with you is the foil paper. Now, this is the copper that I chose. And when I decided I was doing this for my card class, I was trying to figure out how I could do them without getting all the bumps from my cutting mats. I literally took 2 pieces of the paper, put them together, and put my oval on top and ran it through. And this is how it came out. You can see no dents. It looks awesome, right? So it works perfectly if you were doing 2 at a time with the ovals, circles, squares. If you're just doing 1 at a time, my suggestion is to use an index card. You would lay this down, put your framelit on top, and then put an index card and run it through with the cutting mats to avoid getting the scratches from your plexi. So how I'm going to assemble my card is I'm taking my fast fuse, okay, and I'm just going to do a little ta-da, and we're gonna go like this. Now you can leave a little border if you want. I'll go up a little bit closer. And I already cut out my trim from the copper, and I've got a glue dot, so we're gonna take a, glue dot. I forget that I have this little video in front of me. Crazy, right? Okay. And all I'm going to do is wrap it around the top there. And then I'm going to bring it down and do the same thing in the corner. I'm going to wrap it right there. Right? Super cute. Give it a little bit of a trim. Right? Now I'm going to take my fast fuse. So hopefully I showed you how simple it is to emboss your sentiment onto any card, but in particular, if you wanted to make some cute holiday cards, you could easily do that. So I'm going to place this on my note card just like that. Let me zoom out just a tad. Now I'm going to take my Oh Joy sentiment. I'm going to take my foil, and I'm going to attach this as well, right on top. Don't you love it? I love these cards. I love the foil. I just think it looks so elegant and pretty, and I really can't wait to mail them out to my friends. And you still have time to order, to make your own. So make sure you head over to my online store and get your goodies. I always list my products that I use at the end of all my posts. So this is going to be part of a post on my website. I'm going to put my sentiment just down just a tad right there. And then lastly, the mascara to my card, as you guys all know, is ribbon. Now, of course, glue dots are a must. And I'm going to just place it right there. And there you go. I have my little Copper O Joy Merry Christmas Wishes card complete. Now again, I did do it this way. So if you want to see it a different angle. And then just to show you, to recap, we have the foil, paper and silver as well, and we also have it in the gold with the embossing powders. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all soon. Thanks. Bye.